Hello everyone, this is Sandy from the Pixel Puppet here to talk about the gaming haul for March of 2024. Okay, it's been a while since I've done one of these, at least 3 or 4 months. 4 months, because the last one was in November, I believe, before Christmas. So we got Christmas stuff, we got Valentine's Day stuff. I say all that to say there's a lot of stuff, so let's get into it. All right, I'm gonna do things a little bit different this time. Usually I'd have my gaming tangential items at the end. I'm gonna start with the beginning here with this box, this wooden box. And you gotta be asking yourself, what does that wooden box have to do with games? I don't know if you can read the writing up there at the top. It says Inscryption. It is a physical version of the card game, and it actually opens up pretty fun there. And yeah, it has, I believe, all the cards from the first part of Inscryption that you could play a real life Inscryption game. That's the same card. There you go. Strange Pup A. Strange Pupa. What am I thinking? But yeah. It's super cool. Kathy actually got 2 of these for me for Christmas. The other one's not as fancy. But she said she ordered one and then forgot that she ordered it. So she ordered a second one. And this is the second one. And it's a whole lot better. Still haven't played it yet. Like, I'm really baffled about how you would actually go about that. You need some teeth, you need some bone chips, you need a lot of extra stuff than just the cards. You need some scales. So I don't know how to go about it. Kathy was pestering me for a while to figure out how to do it. I'm like, I just have no idea. But it is still super cool to have. I love Inscryption, and it's nice to have something very nice and physical to show my love of Inscryption. All right, next we got the long vinyl for the past couple months. I've ordered a lot, pre-ordered a lot, but none of them are in yet. But I do have this, the Shredder's Revenge soundtrack on vinyl. It is really, really good. It's just something I had on my Amazon wish list, just chilling up there because I thought it was cool. And I hadn't played the game yet, and then my mom got it for Christmas, just looking at my Amazon wish list, just picking things at random, I guess. And yeah, it came in, and not too long after that, I actually played the game for the first time, and I really enjoyed it, and I really loved the music. I was like, man, I'm glad I had this vinyl, because the soundtrack is crazy and insane and great. But yeah, look at that art. It's awesome. Okay, next we'll talk about some Switch games. We got a lot of Switch games. So let's get through them. First off was a gift for Kathy that she got for Christmas. It is My Time at Sandrock, the sequel to My Time in Portia, whatever you want to call it. I think it's Portia. Seems to take place in a more deserty type environment. She's dabbled in it a little bit. I don't think she's given it a fair shake yet to see what she thinks about it after she does, but she really liked My Time in Portia for the parts that she did play. But yeah, might as well try out the sequel. All right, next is a game that I picked up for Kathy for Valentine's Day. It was on her wish list, and it was on sale. It was like super cheap. It is Signalis. I don't know. I didn't know anything about it. It's got a lady on the cover. She's wearing black and red. That's all I knew about it when I picked it up. And I looked up some trailers of it, and it looks like a survival horror game, like a PS1 era survival horror game. Very chunky graphics and like a filter over everything to make it look more pixelated. So you're playing this lady in this like abandoned futuristic complex. I don't know. She hasn't played it yet. We got a lot to play, a lot to get through, and but yeah, it was like $18 or something. So I just picked it up, slipped it in the Valentine's Day bag, and yeah, see what she thinks of it. All right, next was technically a gift for Kathy, but I want to play it too. And that's Pikmin 4. I've never played a Pikmin game. They never really looked for me. I don't know, something about that, the kind of real-time strategies, whatever they're trying to go for with the first 3 Pikmin games. I just don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's not for me. But this one, it got so much positive buzz towards the end of the year last year that I was just, man, I feel like I have to play it. I feel like I have to see what this is all about. And I haven't played it yet, but I got some other stuff that I have been playing that I can talk about. But yeah, I can't wait to dig into this. Pikmin 4. Okay, this is another game for Kathy. that I picked up just on a whim, but then I found out later it was on her Amazon wish list. I didn't really check, but I picked it up because I thought she might like it. It is Atelier Ryza, if I'm pronouncing that right. Atelier. Ever Darkness in the Secret Hideout. It is the first Ryza game. I believe they just came up with a third one a few years ago. I wanted to pick it up before it got stupid expensive. I think the second one's already over $80, $90 if you want a physical version on the Switch, which is a shame. But yeah, Kathy played through it, got to the final boss, and gave up. She said it was too much crafting, so I think she really liked the game to begin with, but soured on it as time went on, which is unfortunate. So I don't think we'll be needing that 2 or 3 because she didn't seem too positive at the end. So yeah, but yeah. All right, next is Legend of Heroes: Trails into Reverie. Just more impossible names to pronounce for me. It's another thing that in the Trail series, I believe it is kind of a conclusion to Trails of Cold Steel, and maybe some other Trails games too. I know they're all kind of interconnected. It was on my wish list, and I can't remember who got it for me, but showed up at Christmas, and I still haven't played any of those games, but it's nice to have the physical versions for whenever I want to get down to it. I can play it on my own time. And the same can be said for the next game. It is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I've gone so far as to open Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and that's as far as I got. Still haven't played that, so 3 is going to sit on the shelf for a while, I imagine. But yeah, it was another one of those games that's got a lot of positive buzz, and I'm like, I can't sit here and wait for it to be $100, 5 years from now. I'm gonna just go ahead and get it now. So I did. All right, so next up is a game I did play and complete. That's Super Mario RPG. I made my top 10 games of last year, and had I played this last year, it would have made my top 10. I had a lot of fun with it. Very short, sweet, to the point RPG. Fun, colorful graphics. Mario, just great stuff. Super Mario RPG. God, it's got to be like one of the best RPGs of all time. Just a fun little delight, a delightful game. But yeah, check it out. All right, next I got WarioWare Move It. It is a WarioWare game akin to the, I believe it was Smooth Moves on the Wii, which I had a lot of fun with when I still had it. But yeah, I messed around with this a couple of times now, and it's a ton of fun. It's taking that same thing with the Wiimote where you move stuff around and play, dumb little WarioWare games, and now you do it with the Switch Joy-Cons, which are a bit more precise than the Wiimote was. But yeah, it's just a goofy fun time, not something to take super seriously. I love the WarioWare games. I still have the WarioWare Gold on 3DS on there. That has all the games, I believe, on it, except for the Wii games. But yeah, who doesn't love WarioWare? All right, here's another game that Kathy got and played and beat, and that is Mineko's Night Market. I've never pronounced that first name. Mineko's? Just call it Night Market. This person's Night Market. It's I guess it's a when you call them the cozy game. So kind of like maybe like an Animal Crossing style thing but there's more of a story, there's more of a point to it, there's more things objectives you have to meet, and an ending as far as I know. And she seemed to really like it. But yeah, Night Market. Person's Night Market. Okay, next up is a game I actually picked up on clearance at Walmart that I've been waiting for a long time to play since it came out, basically, and that's Bayonetta 3. It was sitting on the shelf at Walmart for a very discounted price, and I picked it up immediately. Like I got that other Bayonetta Origins on clearance at Walmart. Bayonetta 3 was right behind it, and haven't played it yet, still in the back burner. I did put it in my case though, so it will probably be the next Switch game that I play. I really like Bayonetta 1 and 2, played them both on the Wii U, and heard a lot of good stuff about 3. Didn't touch it until sometime in the near future. And next is the lone limited run game that I got these past couple months. That is the Castlevania Advance Collection. It has Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, and Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, and the Super Nintendo version of Dracula X, which is, the crummy version. But I think it's the Super Nintendo version. You know what? I take that back. It might be I don't know. stuff I messed around with has just been the Game Boy Advance games. That was what I was interested in most about this. Those are the Castlevania games. I never really gave too much of a shot. I messed around with it on emulators here and there as time went on, but I've never actually owned them physically. Gave them a real fair shake, and I know that they're Metroidvanias like Symphony of the Night, which is one of my favorite games of all time. So I was like, okay, this is my chance to own a physical version of all of them that's not the Game Boy Advance versions, and be able to give them a fair shake. And man, playing these games, these Game Boy Advance games on the giant OLED TV looks strange, to say the least. But yeah, still super fun games. Yeah, still super fun games, still hold up. Not as good as Symphony of the Night, but hey, they tried. Okay, next is a game that I picked up on a whim, ordered off Amazon. It is Loop Hero, the Deluxe Edition. Now, this kind of came up, I was driving back with Kathy from somewhere, and I just had my phone playing music on shuffle, all the songs I have on my phone, and one of the Loop Hero songs came up. And after the song was over, it's like, Kathy's like, I really like that song. What is that from? And I was like, oh, it's Loop Hero. It's Loop Hero. Loop Hero is great. And I pulled up the rest of the soundtrack and listened to that. And we, by the time we got to our destination, I was already on Amazon looking for a physical version of Loop Hero. And this is the only one they had was the Deluxe Edition. And I picked it up. Now, I originally played Loop Hero on the PC. That's when it first came out. And I could not imagine playing Loop Hero on anything that didn't have a mouse. But I've seen Kathy play a little bit of it. She was interested in it. And it seems like it's just fine with a controller. And yeah, I really enjoyed Loop Hero. I already had the soundtrack on vinyl. And this was just another missing piece of the puzzle. Just needed a physical version of the game I really enjoyed. Okay, next we got some PS5 games here. Starting off with Star Ocean: The Second Story R, which I've already played through. It was a fun little game. The only other experience I have with the Star Ocean series is I played Star Ocean 3 on the PS2 and really didn't like it. Something about the battle system. I'd played the Tales games before that, and I thought they handled the 3D roaming around kind of brawler-esque battle system way better than Star Ocean 3. I haven't gone back to it. I just basically played it a little bit and sold it pretty much instantly because I did not like it that much. But I was really drawn in by the art style for the remake of 2 here, and it was a lot of fun. The battle system held up just fine. I don't know what I really disliked about 3. I just remember it being like, I can't even describe it. Like I didn't like the feel of it. This one felt just fine, and it's a fun little throwback to PS1 RPGs with the with the graphics, the way they did them, and the battle system and all that stuff. It was a lot of fun. If you like that era of RPGs and you never played Star Ocean 2 like I did, give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. Okay, next we have a game that I dabbled in and bounced off of pretty quickly, which is a shame, but I'm pretty sure I'll go back to it. And that's Armored Core 6: Fires of the Rubicon. It's my first Armored Core game, and just my love for From Software right now at an all-time high after Elden Ring. Really, really love that game. So I was like, okay, I'll play this. And it seems like it has all the makings of a great game. A lot of people really like it, but there was just something about it that, I suck at Dark Souls games. I really sucked at this. It was pathetic. But I feel like I just need to find my groove like I do with Dark Souls games. And, find my track, know my role, shut my mouth, all that stuff. And I think I'll find the fun in it, and I'll check back in. Okay, next is the latest game that's come out as a recording of this video, and that is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I'm playing through right now. I'm about 30 hours in, and I'm really enjoying it. Some of the stuff that I was enjoying at the beginning, I'm enjoying less so now, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. I still think it's really, really good. They are taking a part of Final Fantasy VII that is, I thought, might be the hardest to translate into a modern game now without spending trillions of dollars on art and whatever, and it comes on 7 discs or whatever. But I think they're doing a really good job. with kind of making a open world-ish type of game, and this game is dripping with mini games. It might as well be another WarioWare game. It has so many freaking mini games in it. I just got past the gold saucer part, and all that stuff's still in there. And but yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I look forward to beat it. And moving on to it's not pictured here because I'm playing on Game Pass. Persona 3, the Reload. I played about 30 hours of that as well. Then Final Fantasy 7 came out, and I was like, well, 7's taking priority. Sorry, Persona. But I will get back to Persona and keep on playing that. Might pick up a physical version of that if Kathy wants to play it on the PS5. She hates the Xbox for some reason. But yeah, that's Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Okay, now we got some retro games coming up. Starting with some stuff that we picked up while we went to Asheville to see the Biltmore around Christmas. A little bit before Christmas, we went there with our fellow Pixel Pub compatriots, Shelby and Josh. And we checked out one of the little local game stores and picked up a few things. This was Kathy's pick, Professor Layton in the Unwound Future. Don't know why she picked this. I guess she just saw it. It's like, this looks fun. But yeah, the Professor Layton games, just a lot of logic puzzles, from what I remember, wrapped around in a little twee story about a British man and a little boy. And yeah, it's logic puzzles, the game. Over 165 puzzles, says it right there on the front. But yeah, that's what she picked out. I'm not sure why. But yeah, we have it now. Okay, next is the game I picked out. And it is kind of fulfilling multiple different things that I want to do. And that is get the PS1 games that I played on the Jam Pack discs or demo discs over the years. And I never actually played the full game. I only played the demos. And picking up some Disney games that I really like. It is A Bug's Life on the PS1. I remember playing the demo for this a shit ton, and this game was like $8, and it's got everything. Manual, disc looks good, it works, all that good stuff. Here we go, PlayStation Underground, that type of stuff. That's the type of stuff I want to hunt down. I picked up that Duke Nukem game last time. That was same part. It screams to me like a Saturday when I'm like 13 or 12 or something like that, and I ain't got a job, ain't got a car, definitely at that age, and just messing around with these demos. I had nothing better to do, and yeah, Bug's Life. Okay, next we got some NES games here. This one I picked up at that same game store in Nashville. It is something that caught my eye, and I thought it would be good. It turns out it's fucking really bad, I think. That's Dash Galaxy and the Alien Asylum. Am I saying that right? Yes, I am. It's one of those games where I think I see it everywhere, and I avoid it. But when I caught my eye at this particular store, I was like, "What? I've never seen that before." So I picked it up, and it is like, it's been since the middle of December since I played it. I think it was like a bad Bomberman clone. It was bad. I just didn't like it, but I have it now. It was like $5. It'll probably go on the shelf and be immediately forgotten about. Sorry, Dash. Next is the game Kathy picked up for me for Valentine's Day. Is another NES game, but it is a good NES game. And that is Adventure Island 3. We have Adventure Island 1 and 2. Adventure Island 3, continue that same formula, but making it a bit more modern-esque for the time. It doesn't resemble a arcade game anymore, as far as I'm concerned. And it's weird, man. There's a UFO on the cover, and it has a world map, and you're running around as Is it Master Higgins? Is that his name? There's not a lot of lore at the beginning of this game to tell you everything about what's going on in Adventure Island 3. But yeah, he's riding a dinosaur. Takes place on these little beach areas. It's just a fun little romp platformer. Those type of things I really enjoy. Adventure Island 3. Check it out. Okay, next is a PS2 game that I picked up at that same game store in Nashville. All these games are like dirt cheap. I can't remember the name of the store. I would shout it out. It was so long ago now. But yeah, they had a nice little selection of games, and they were all very reasonably priced. This game's dirty. I need to clean it. I thought I had cleaned it before this video, but I picked it up and I did not. And that is MotorStorm Arctic Edge. It is the second MotorStorm game that I own now. I own MotorStorm Pacific Rift on the PS3, and I really enjoyed that game at the time. This is when they were still trying to make the PS2 a going concern, and they put out this Arctic Edge MotorStorm version, and it's more themed to like snowmobiles and things with like tank treads and shit like that, when you're going over the snow and all that stuff. The Alaskan Wilderness is what it says. Snowcat. Yeah, that type of stuff. But yeah, I did really enjoy Pacific Rift. I played a few races of this. Seems to be scratching that same itch, but maybe not so much because Pacific Rift I really like. Is that what it's called? Let me pull it out. Yes, it is called Pacific Rift. I was right. But the point I was trying to make is that Pacific Rift takes place in the, like a Hawaiian type of island where it was, a lot of blue skies, green trees, blue water, fun stuff like that. This is more, like I said, Alaska, dreary, gray, white, a lot of those colors. Not necessarily my bag of tea. That phrase? Not necessarily my thing all the time, but a little bit I played of it, I really enjoyed. Okay, finally, this last game to show off. I've been on an Xbox 360 kick here lately. Specifically racing games. I really want to play all the good racing games I missed on the 360, and I didn't play a lot of them. I played the Forza games, and I played Dirt 3, but that was about it. But there was a ton of good racing games on the PlayStation, the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Okay, starting with Project Gotham Racing 3. I picked this up. All these I got off eBay over the past couple of weeks. Pretty disappointed in this one because the seller had it listed as not the platinum version, and there was not a sticker on any of it, of the pictures he had, but what I got was the platinum version, and it was covered in stickers. There's still the filthy residue that I still need to get some alcohol up and clean it off again, I guess. But I did test it. It does work, so that's ultimately all that matters. Project Gotham Racing made by Bizarre Creations. I think they're going to be up here again. Yeah, people made Geometry Wars. But yeah, I remember getting a lot of buzz back in the day, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about, and I am going to. Okay, next, just showed up in the mail today, just a few hours ago. It was what I was waiting for before I recorded this video. It is Burnout Revenge. Now, the only Burnout game I've ever played, really, is Burnout Paradise. I own it digitally on the PS3, and I bought the remaster digitally on the PS4. This is my only Burnout physical game, I guess. But yeah, heard a lot of really good stuff about the early Burnout games. The only thing I know about Burnout is the open world stuff in Paradise. So I'm really excited to dig into this, see how it looks running on an OG Xbox 360. Yeah, I'm very much grinning from ear to ear to be able to play some very fun racing games that I missed out on. I'm very happy. All right, next is a game that I didn't necessarily miss out on. I did, but I have played it in the past. That is Split Second from Black Rock Studio, when Disney published games. Remember when they did that? Yeah, this game was on Game Pass for a hot minute, and I messed around with it on the Xbox Series X. It is not on Game Pass anymore. I double checked. So I picked up a physical version. This is that game, if anyone remembers, where you pick up like you hit these like little nodes and you trigger like level changing or track changing crazy things, like a big cooling tower fall down or a plane will crash onto the track and stuff like that, and it will change the track, and it will also hopefully take out some of your opponents. And yeah, it was a very neat idea at the time. It just wasn't something I was ready to shell out $60 for, so I paid like $8 for it on Amazon, or not Amazon, but eBay, and got it now instead. But yeah, this is probably the last one I check out because, like I said, I have played a little bit of it before, and yeah, happy to have it in the collection now. All right, next is the game that I wanted to play the most because it never was re-released anywhere, as far as I know. I don't think it's on Steam. Can't play it, can't buy it digitally anywhere on Xbox or on the PlayStation platforms. It was just kind of left to that generation, and that was it. And it is Blur. It is another Bizarre Creations racing game. It's basically Mario Kart, but with licensed cars. And I just remember the people I followed when this game first came out, the gaming journalists, whatever, really enjoyed it. And for whatever reason, I didn't listen and didn't pick it up, and it just always stayed in the back of my head. I was like, man, I really want to play Blur. I want to check it out. And I can tell you right now, I have played quite a bit of it, and it is really good. You know what's not good? Me. I suck really bad at the game. It might be because I'm running it through my Elgato and playing it on the PC monitor. Maybe that's why. It might be a little bit delay there, making me worse than I actually am. We'll see. When I have to get my regular TV back in here, and I'll be able to give it a good honest shot for real. So maybe I don't play like garbage. But yeah, man, it lived up to the hype for me. I had a ton of fun with it. The bit I played, I'm ready to play more. Hopefully I can get another Xbox 360 video about these racing games and the ones I've already played up here in the near future, because that's what I want to do. Okay, last 360 game, last game period. I reached out to Shelby and Josh because I was buying these Xbox 360 games like crazy on eBay, and I was like, "Hey, you know what? What Xbox 360 games should I pick up? What am I missing? What's the good stuff?" And this was a Shelby recommendation, and it is Dead or Alive Extreme 2. And I'll tell you what, right now, outside of like some Sharpie on the disc, if someone wrote their name, this is like in pristine condition. Like, it's like something out of my collection. Like, my stuff, you could fucking eat off of it. It's great. This is right up there. Yeah, this is when they made the Dead or Alive ladies play volleyball in bikinis, and everyone knows why. But I guess there was more stuff to it. There was like some like social stuff where you can like hang out with people and, you know, buy more stuff. Yeah, friendships, building friendships. Here you go. Need a vacation? Sure. But yeah, it was just, I reached out for recommendations. I got one. I picked it up, and yeah, it's just what a weird little novelty game that they did make another one of. I believe there's one on the PS4, but yeah, it's not the fighting game. Obviously, there's a jet ski on the front. But yeah, I guess I'll play a little bit of it. See how fun the volleyball is. All I've done is put it in the Xbox 360 to make sure it works, and it does, and that's a good thing. But yeah, Dead or Alive Extreme 2. Okay, that's it for the gaming haul for March. That's a lot of stuff. That's too much stuff. I have too many games. I don't have enough games, but I also have too many games. Not enough, but also too many. What I need is more time in the day. But right now, I gotta go get back to play more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth because it's calling my name. I got to beat a Tomberry King because he was whooping my ass earlier. I'm coming for you. But anyway, I've been Andy from the Pixel Pub. Peace out.